everybody. Our lesson for today is dividing by one-digit divisors. Let's go! In this lesson, you will learn how to divide a one-digit dividend by a one-digit divisor with a remainder. Let us start with this simple problem that you've already learned in the previous lesson. You have 6 lollipops that you want to distribute equally among 3 kids. Since you are distributing equally, so we're going to use division. We are distributing 6 by 3, or into 3 groups. But since 6 is a multiple of 3, so this one is easy. We can simply ask ourselves what times 3 is equal to 6, and we can find our answer in the multiplication table of 3, which is 2. And to check that our answer is correct, let us distribute the lollipops. You can see that every kid gets 2 lollipops, so yes, our answer is correct. Now let's remember the names of each of the numbers. The first one is the dividend, the second is the divisor, and the answer is the quotient. Now that was easy because 6 was a multiple or is a multiple of 3. Now what if the digit we are dividing, or the number we are dividing, is not a multiple of 3 like 7? Let's say you have 7 lollipops instead of 3 and still distributing equally among 3 kids. So our division problem this time is 7 divided by 3. But 7 is not a multiple of 3, so 7 cannot be distributed equally into 3 groups without any remainder. So how can we find the answer? Don't worry kids, I'll teach you how to do it. But now, since we have the lollipops, let's use them to find the answers, and then we will use a special procedure to find it without the picture. You can see that every kid gets 2 lollipops and 1 lollipop remaining. This remaining number is called the remainder in a division problem. So now the first number, which is 7, is called the dividend. The second is the divisor. The answer to our division problem is called the quotient, and the leftover is the remainder. So 7 divided by 3 is equal to 2 with a remainder of 1. So our division problem is 7 divided by 3. Till now you're used to see this division symbol, but for harder division problems we will use a new symbol which looks like a stage. 3 areas are important in this division problem. The one below the horizontal line, where we're going to write the dividend, the one next to the curved line, where we're going to write the divisor, and the one above the horizontal line, where we're going to write the quotient. Now our dividend is 7, the divisor is 3, and let's find the quotient together following these steps. First step, find your number. Second, multiply. Third, subtract. Fourth, bring down a new digit. If you forgot, or if you are worried that you may forget the steps, then you can remember the family members: father, mother, sister, brother, because you can see that each one of them start with the same letters of our steps: F, F, M, M, S, S, and B, B. So when I remember the family members, I can directly remember my steps. Now, let us explain what do we mean by each of these steps, starting with the first one. Find your number. Finding my number means that I have to look for 7 in the table of 3. We know that 7 is not a multiple of 3, but we have to look for the closest multiple of 3, which is still less than 7. Let's start. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 is less than 7. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 is less. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 is less. But let's check that it's the closest number or multiple. 3 by 3 is 9. 9 is greater than 7, so we cross it and we take the one that is just before. 2 times 3, which will give us 6. We write the factor 2 just above the 7. Now that's it. This is the first step. We move to the second one, which is multiplying. We multiply the number we got by the divisor. 2 by 3 is 6. We place it just below the 7. And now we move to the third step, subtracting. We subtract 6 from 7. 7 minus 6 is 1. Before we move to the fourth step, we check that 1 is less than 3. Yes, it is. Now we move to the fourth step, which is bringing down a new digit from the dividend. But we have no more digits in the dividend, so that's it. The remainder is 1. We write it next to the quotient. So 7 divided by 3 is equal to 2 with a remainder of 1. The 7 is the dividend, the 3 is the divisor, the 2 is the quotient, and the 1 is the remainder. So every kid gets 2 lollipops and only 1 remains. Now it's your turn. Read problem, stop the video, try to do it by yourself. And now you're back. Jad had 9 stickers. He decided to distribute the stickers equally among 2 friends. How many stickers will each friend get? Again, since he is distributing equally, so we're going to use division. Our division problem is 9 divided by 2. Let's try to find the answers so you can check if your answer is correct. Again, we use our division symbol. The dividend is here, the divisor and the quotient up. Our dividend is 9, the divisor is 2, and let's find the quotient using our steps. Find your number, multiply, subtract, bring down a new digit. And to remember them, we can simply remember the family members, father, mother, sister, brother. Now, let's start with the first step, which is finding our number, which means that we have to find 9 in the table of 2, but since 9 is not a multiple of 2, so we will try to find a multiple in the table of 2 that is the closest to 9 and still less than 9. And to do that, we will recall the table of 2 and we will keep saying it till we reach a multiple that is bigger than 9. We will not take it, we will take the one that is just before. 0 by 2 is 0, 0 is less than 9, 2 is less, 4 is less, 6 is less, 8 is less, 10 is more than 9. We cannot take it, we cross it and we take the product that is just before. 4 times 2 equal 8. We take the factor, which is 4, we write it just above the 9. That's it, this is the first step. Now we move to the second step, which is multiplying. We mean by multiplying that we have to multiply the number that we got by the divisor. 4 by 2 is 8. We write the 8 just below the 9. Third step is to subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. We check that 1 is less than 2. Now we bring down a new digit. 1 should be less than 2 because if not, then this means that we can divide or distribute 1 more time. So our answer is wrong. So we have always to check that the remainder we got or the answer of subtraction is always less than the divisor. Otherwise, our answer is not correct. Now, the fourth step, bring down a new digit, but since we have no more digit to bring down, so we finished our division. The 1 is the remainder, we write it next to the quotient. So 9 divided by 2 is equal to 4 with a remainder of 1. The 9 is the dividend, the 2 is the divisor, the 4 is the quotient, and the 1 is the remainder. So each friend will get 4 stickers and only 1 sticker remains. Now, try to do this divisions by yourself and then move the video again and check your answers. Now let's check the answers together. I hope your answer is correct. 8 divided by 5. The dividend is 8, the divisor is 5, and let's find the quotient using the steps. Find your number, multiply, subtract, and bring down a new digit. We have to look for 8 in the table of 5. In fact, 8 is not a multiple of 5, so we will look for the closest multiple to 8, which is still less. And to do that, let's recall the table of 5. 0 times 5 is 0, 0 is less than 8, 1 times 5 is 5, 5 is less than 8, 2 by 5 is 10, 10 is more than 8, so we will not take it, we will take 1 times 5, which is equal to 5. We will write the 1 just above the 8, and then we move to the second step, which is multiplying. 1 times 5 is 5, we place the 5 just below the 8. Then the third step, subtracting. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 is less than 5. we always have to check that the answer of subtraction is less. Now we bring down a new digit, but we have no more digits to bring down, so 3 is the remainder. We place it next to the quotient. So 8 divided by 5 is equal to 1 with a remainder of 3. I hope your answers are correct. Now, 5 divided by 2. The dividend is 5 and the divisor is 2. Let's find the quotient. We will recall the table of 2 to find the closest multiple to 5, which is still less than 5. 0 times 2 is 0, 0 is less than 5. 1 times 2 is 2, 2 is less than 5. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 is less than 5. 3 times 2 is 6, 6 is more than 5. We cannot take it, so we will take the 2 times 2, which will give us 4. We will write the 2 just above the 5. Then we move to the second step, multiplying. 2 times 2 is 4. We place the 4 just below the 5. Then the third step, which is subtracting. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 is the remainder because we have no more digits to bring down. But first, we have to check that 1 is less than 2, and it is. We write it next to the 2. So 5 divided by 2 is equal to 2 with the remainder. Don't forget, kids, practice and practice and practice. Thanks for watching. See you next time.